Good morning, kalimera. Dear friends, it is indeed a great pleasure to stand here today at the heart of what constitutes our foundation's single largest gift during its 21 years of philanthropic action, manifested through nearly 4,000 grants worldwide, totaling 2.1 billion. Following the mandate of our founder, the foundation has always been focused towards Greece. It has always focused its attention towards Greece, and especially so during the unprecedented times that we have been witnessing since the beginning of the crisis in 2009, which has found the Greek society largely unprepared for the pace, the outcome, and the impact of a socio-economic crisis, the magnitude of which has exceeded Great Depression levels. Our founder, however, also understood the global nature of our world, way before the emergence of the globalization phenomenon. Thus, it is appropriate that despite our focus towards Greece, we are nonetheless a truly global organization. Our strong foothold in Europe and the US has resulted in supporting thousands of nonprofit organizations in 113 nations around the world. Furthermore, as a member of the Governing Council of the European Foundation Center, and also by means of our recent appointment to the organization's Management Committee, we strive for and try to enable philanthropy, to support it and advance it at the European level in order to support positive social change in the local societies throughout the continent. Our global perspective fits with what is becoming increasingly clear day by day, the fact that although the needs and priorities may differ from country to country, many, if not all of the key challenges that we face and which we are asked to help address through our grant-making activity are of global nature, interdependent, and of such magnitude that global collaborative efforts are required in order to start addressing them. As an example, take unemployment and job creation. This is one of Greece's major ongoing challenges with critical implications to the country's future. It is also, however, a global challenge, a challenge of global dimensions. The International Labour Organization estimates that more than 61 million jobs have been lost since the beginning of the global economic crisis in 2008, leaving 200 million people unemployed globally. To add to the complexity, the fast-progressing technology is expected to lead to further displacement in the workforce. Approximately 500 million new jobs need to be created in order to provide opportunities to the people who are currently unemployed, but also to the young people who are projected to join the workforce in the next few years. In parallel, 38% of employers globally report that they have increasing difficulties to fill jobs with qualified people because of the rapid changes of the skills required in a number of industries and fields. And to add to the complexity, other challenges like climate change are creating an impact on various areas like health, development, peace and security, leading to the emergence of vast numbers of climate migrants, in addition to the economic migrants and the refugees who are trying to move away from conflict zones. So what we have is lack of jobs, increasing food insecurity, and a growing number of displaced populations, all contributing to one of 21st century's major challenges, that of income inequality. And research suggests that income inequality is probably the leading cause for a growing list of economic and social ills, polarization being one of them, that are compromising the current and future well-being of our societies. It has also become clear that what is happening in one part of the world is impacting all of us within a highly globalized environment that we live in. And moreover, traditional solutions do not seem to really work in addressing today's complex issues. There's a pressing need to adjust the way we operate in a number of areas in order to adapt to the new reality and make our societies more equitable and sustainable. And with the world being so highly interconnected and interdependent, it is equally important to maintain a local, open international perspective as critical as keeping a local community-based view. Obviously, it would be an insult to even suggest that we can address any one of those major issues on our own. No one foundation possesses the resources to do so, and that is not philanthropy's role either. However, as a global organization, we believe that an important part of our role is to go beyond grant-making in an effort to enable, to the best of our ability, positive social change. Towards this end, we encourage and instigate discussions on key social issues, which is exactly what we have been doing every year during the annual international conference. We support collaborations across all sectors and also support public-private partnerships like this cultural center that was mentioned before. We encourage innovation and foster synergies. Our independence allows us to take risks in order to support the experimentation of new solutions or test new ideas, and depending on the outcomes, facilitate their transformation into reality. We also believe that it is very important, very essential, to support the long-term viability of civil society organizations and enable them to develop strong partnerships and good governance. In all of these efforts, we try to leverage our international perspective, international best practices and know-how, and apply the global perspective to the local communities. In essence, what we strive to do is to create a public space for philanthropy, where we can discuss social issues, exchange views, ideas, knowledge, build bridges between key stakeholders in Europe, Greece, and the world, and also, and also to, oops, I'm lost. One more thing, okay, so back to the final, in which we strive to create a public space for philanthropy where we can discuss social issues, exchange views and experiences, knowledge, generate new ideas, and build bridges between key stakeholders in Greece, Europe, and around the world. And as public spaces are about participation and engagement, we invite you to participate in the discussions over the next 3 days in order to provide your knowledge, creativity, and imagination in developing a public space where we can collectively create change. Thank you very much.